Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
Sir, opening these Halo tours.
Permission granted.
Alright, so we're back. I know I made the whole big video and I put the whole Halo Jazwares topic to bed, but I wanted to talk more about it because even though I stopped doing videos about it, I still have picked up a few figures that I didn't do videos about because I thought I had a good enough send-off, and I didn't really pick up anything that interesting. Just single figures that I wanted, and I didn't talk about it, but I think with what's been going on with Jazwares Vault and the whole Halo toy line recently has been interesting, and they are toys. Don't call them figures. I call mine dolls. I say I'm going to go play with my dolls when I go pose them. And everybody thinks I'm a big dork, but anyways, so I think it was May when we got the last vault drop, which was let me pull up the website, which was Tartarus and Mercy in the 2-pack. And from what I understand, the Tartarus and Mercy 2-pack was repackaged to be a Jazwares vault drop, and then in the image you can see some. I really like this stuff I've got going on. I wish we had terrain like that for our figures, but anyways, from what I understand, it was originally packaged to be sold in one of the series, and it only hit in Canada and nowhere else really, or maybe not even at all. It just was speculative that it existed, and there are multiple figures like this. There's the Shipmaster figure who was never. I understand that nobody ever got a Shipmaster. Otherwise, you would at least see one person posting them. And I've been in the Facebook group, not the Facebook, the Reddit group, as long as I've been doing the video. Even before I started doing the videos, I was in the Halo figures, Halo dolls group. And same for other figures who I'll try to find an image of, the Forge and the Halo Wars Forge and Arbiter figure set that never came out either, except somehow some people have Forge figures. I'm not sure how that worked, how they got those. Maybe it was just a really limited release. So in the vault, from the last vault drop we got, and even though it was speculated that it was going to be a monthly release, it's been 2 months now, and we haven't heard a single thing. So last we got was Tartarus and Mercy and Noble Six and the Zealot. I'll pull up the Noble Six and the Zealot real quick for you guys to look at it, so you don't have to Google it yourselves. I picked up neither of these figure sets because I was not really interested. But shortly after Noble Six and Zealot pack was released, I'm gonna pull a little editing job I did. I couldn't figure out how to open the image in Fire Alpaca, and by couldn't figure out, I mean I tried once and gave up. So I opened it in GIMP and traced the circle around. If you look behind Noble Six, you'll see that there is what is decidedly, if it's anything, it's probably a Covenant vehicle. Most people are on the side that it's a Banshee, but I don't really think so. In my opinion, because if this is a Banshee to go with the Reach Covenant instead of the Banished, I mean it's red, so it could be a Banished Banshee. We'll get into that more later, but part of me wants it to be a Spectre from Halo 2. I don't think Spectre's ever showed up again. I think it being a Spectre or a Shadow from also Halo 2, I don't think they show up in any of the other games, would be really cool. Just really fun, because we don't really have many vehicles at all, especially when it comes to the Covenant. I think the only Jazzware's Covenant vehicle we have is the Banished Ghost. I don't think we have anything else, which is kind of boring. And that leads to, like, and I don't have any photographic evidence of this. This is just what I've read and what people have said on the subreddit, is that I understand that at one point in time, there were some leaks on GameStop, and a bunch of it was Jazzware stuff. And not only does Jazzwares does the Halo stuff, but they also do Squishmallows, and Squishmallows are Funko Pops for girls. Every girl I've ever interacted with has had or has Squishmallows, so it could have been just Squishmallows. But we knew for a fact, apparently. So 60% of the time it always works, if that makes sense. But apparently one of the ticket items that was leaked was going to be, and I'll pull up a picture of it right now, was going to be a Halo 5 Grunt Goblin, which are just these big mech suits that the Grunts would wear in the firefight for 5, and a lot of people said that the mech suits, the Goblins, were their favorite part of 5. And I never played the 5 online because I didn't want to, but these Grunt Goblins are really, really cool. And that's because there's something disheartening about how there would have been this figure, this vehicle that would have released for your figures on a scale. And I mean, now that I think of, there are other Covenant vehicles, if you count the Shade turret, I guess you've got that. But really, the UNSC has Warthogs, Mongooses, Gungooses, Mantis. It's pretty decided who's getting more love on the vehicle front. And going through that to more vehicles, there were other big ticket listed items that were in the ranges of $80 to $100, which were very speculative to be like, oh, this could have been a Scorpion, the tank, the UNSC tank, or a Wraith, the Covenant tank, which is what people believed it to be, and it never came to fruition. And it would have been really, really cool, because there's, like, through the McFarlane line and through all of the Jazzwares line, there has never been a single large vehicle like a Scorpion or a Wraith. And if Jazzwares were to manufacture, mold, manufacture, create vehicles of this size, I'm imagining a Scorpion that has a cockpit big enough to fit Spartans and Marines alike, and ODSTs, whatever. And it also has a gunner seat, like in the game, for the machine gun mounted to the front of it for another figure to sit in. Oh, the mail's here. Please don't ring my doorbell. I'm trying to do a video. Oh, that's not the mail at all. It's just a truck. Anyways, I thought that would be really cool, and people thought the same for Wraiths. To have a Wraith that would have a cockpit to have a elite sit in, and have an elite sit in the gunner turret. That would have been really fun to have, and it would have been a total collector's item, to have something that big and that big of a representation of Halo, because, I mean, Scorpions are classic. They're from the first game, so are Wraiths. They're awesome. And I just like tanks. I have the Mega Bloks building set, the Lego set, Scorpion, the new one, and I built that, and that took me a few days. And it's probably one of my favorite Halo things I own, all included, because it was really fun to build, and it just looks really good. But I guess it's easier to do that because the Mega Bloks figures are on such a smaller scale, and it would be easy. They're all kind of the same size. The elites are basically the same height as the Spartans, whatever. But if we were to see that with Jazzwares products, that would be really cool. Even if if I were to get back into making videos about World of Halo stuff, there would have to be a big something that would be super cool. If I had a wish list, Hunters, absolutely, a Hunter 2-pack would be so cool. I would be all over that. any more, like, just any vehicles, and we're gonna get to that soon because I have a surprise for you guys. Any vehicles, I'll definitely do videos about, even if they're like, if they're just new, even if they're boring, I'll totally do a video on them. And my dream, and it would never happen, but it would make me so I would be like a kid on Christmas if they ever announced like a scarab, you know, if they did a Covenant scarab. That was so cool. And I don't think scarabs have shown up since like 3, but that would be really cool to have like a giant. I would pay $300 for that easily, for a scarab figure, for a scarab like play set. It would be huge. Do you remember, did you guys have G.I. Joes when you were little? Do you remember, did any of you guys have those huge G.I. Joe action figures bases? Like something like that would be so cool to just like pose all my figures on. I would pay $400 for that, honestly. That'd be super cool. But anyways, so we're gonna get to what leaks there have been that have official pictures. So this is the first one that I saw or remember seeing. We're gonna zoom in on it. I'm not gonna zoom in for you guys because I'm lazy, and I just wanted to make this video real quick. So if you look in the top left, you'll see that there's like Noble Six versus the Elite Zealot. Then we have a Spartan Vale from Halo 5 versus Promethean Soldier. Who cares? Below that, we have a newly packaged Chief. From what I understand, or what I'm assuming, that's the Master Chief from Halo 4 with the binary rifle that you can purchase off of Jazzware's website right now. I don't own that because I don't care enough about Halo 4 to spend $20 on that figure to get a figure with a single accessory. No, thank you. Though I have spent more than that on figures with just one accessory, but they were cooler. Next to that, it looks like we're getting a repackaging of the Master Chief Halo 3 with Flamethrower versus the Flood tank form with little floodlings in it, I assume. And we'll go below that, and then we get to see even more interesting stuff. We've got Spartan Jerome, who is the Spartan with the red kind of, Kratos God of War thing across him. We'll get more into Jerome soon. We'll get more into all these figures soon. I'm just showing that this was like the first leak. We've got a new ODST. We've got Spartan Kelly. And if you look over to the right, you can see 2 Red Grunt Combat Evolved Majors. And now we're going to switch over to a different photo. And here we just have basic confirmations of literally everything I just showed you. So from left to right, left we've got Master Chief with Halo 4 Master Chief with the Promethean binary rifle. Then we've got Kelly, who I'm assuming is holding the classic shotgun. Then we've got a Grunt Major. I do not know what accessories the Grunt Major, the Combat Evolved Grunt Major. I'm not sure what's going to come with the Grunt. Probably a plasma pistol or a needler, nothing really that interesting. Then we've got Jerome, who will probably be a total pickup for me, who I might even do a video on, just because it looks like he's coming with a Spartan laser, which is really cool. And I would love to have a Spartan laser in my arsenal. Then we've got the Elite Zealot Noble 6, who you can just purchase now. Promethean Soldier and Vale, both with accessories. I should specify all of these figures come with accessories. Then the Flood tank form, Master Chief. So just the more spiffy Jazzware's Vault packaging. And then we've got all the way on the right, which is very interesting to me. It looks like we're getting an ODST. Looks like it is an ODST, a new ODST, who has what I believe is the Halo 2. Can you? Hey, I'm doing something. What are you barking at? You're barking at the guy mowing his lawn? Be quiet. Are you excited that I'm talking about Halo? Stupid dog. Anyways, so it looks like we've got a Halo 2 ODST. I'm assuming it's a Halo 2 ODST because of the camo on their arms. All right, you're getting picked up if you're going to keep barking. Come here. Come here. I'm trying to do a YouTube video. And it looks like Let me go back to the other image. For the thing on his chest, I'm not sure what that might be, but it's shown in both images, and I can't make out if it's like the UNSC insignia. My eyesight's bad. I wear glasses for a reason. If it's the UNSC insignia or it's just some kind of battle damage or something. In all reality, well, it wouldn't be damage on the box because in both photos it shows the white on his chest, so it could just be some sort of paint job or something. But that's what we got from there. And then I'm going to get to this last photo, which is pretty interesting. So we've got, all the way on the left, we've got Chief, it says. Then we've got Kelly, Grunt, Jerome, Soldier and Vale, Noble 6 and Elite, Flood and Chief, ODST. So it's basically confirming everything we had just looked at in the prior photo. But what's this? Hey, come on! Seriously. He wants to be in the video too. All the way on the right, we've got the Elite, Enforcer, and Banshee, and you can see that this box is about 2.5 times wider, if not 3 times wider, than most of the boxes on this guy's couch. And this image came out like today or yesterday, and I guess like I full-heartedly believe both prior images because they show, you know, all the Jazzwares branding, all the boxes and stuff, and we've got, you know, like sealed boxes of all these figures. It all looks pretty official. But then we have this one that's just the Jazzwares Vault basic cardboard before you open the figure. When you like, this is how it ships, and when you open it, you have the fancier, like, oh, it's got like a plastic window for you to look at your action figure. You've got that going on. But if this confirms that we're getting a Banshee, that would be really cool, and it might be just the thing to bring me back to talking about this Halo crap. But nobody knows what's going on with Jazzwares except for Jazzwares themselves. So I just wanted to make an update and say, like, you know, I'm still keeping an eye on things. I'm just watching in the shadows, keeping an eye on what's going on back there. But if it does reign true, and in the coming months there's a release of these bigger figures, I'll probably pick up Jerome and the Elite, Enforcer, and Banshee, because those would be really fun to add to the collection, and I would break the indefinite hiatus and do videos on those. So let's hope we get to see more interesting stuff like that from Jazzwares. This was just a quick video I wanted to do. I did not expect it to go for 20 minutes of me talking about action figures, but that's basically what happens with every video I make. Thank you for listening, and remember, cowboys help cowboys.